What is up guys, a new Elden Ring game just dropped in. Nightreigne is a standalone adventure game within the Elden Ring universe, which features a 3-player co-op and I believe a single player is also possible. They've released a gameplay trailer and there are a bunch of details which you could have missed. Before we continue, I'm Seljus. I do Elden Ring challenge runs and analysis. Make sure to like and subscribe if you enjoy content like this. Now let's get into it. In this scene, they introduce us to this creeping night thing. They talk about this in their website titled "Take on the Night, Overcome a Relentless Environmental Threat that Sweeps Throughout a Land that Changes Between Each Game Session." So what is this creeping night? This could be some kind of looming threat which brings in new enemies to the land. It's a new concept. In this scene, you can see the shadow giants, which we saw earlier, coming along with the creeping night. And throughout this whole trailer, we see the players sprinting all the time, and it is much different to the sprinting which we see in our original Elden Ring. We do not have torrent in this game, and so it makes sense that they changed the player's speed and the animation so that the player can travel faster than ever before. Also, we have the bird mechanic in this game, which I think you cannot use at all times, but only at certain parts of this world where you can see that light bluish rays which looks like wind, and I think the bird will only follow that specific path, some kind of a teleport or fast travel mechanic. And you can see the wind rising from it. It leads to somewhere, which means we can use the bird only in this area. And in here we see a new area which I might guess is rot infested, and also an intro to spiders. In the trailer they show us the little spider crawling around, but also it is confirmed that we will be fighting a giant spider, possibly a boss. This is the first reference to previous Dark Souls games. This boss is a clear copy of the centipede demon from Dark Souls 1, if you guys can remember. We will be fighting and facing off against Dark Souls enemies, guys. Not only enemies, but we will be seeing Dark Souls series NPCs as well. In this scene, they show us the firekeeper from Dark Souls 3, and she asks the player for help to prevent a tragedy. What tragedy could it be? This reminds me of the Spider-Man movie where multiple worlds collide and everything goes to chaos. And this chaos must be averted, I think. We get an introduction to multiple classes. The first one is the knight with the winged helm with a hand crossbow and a beautiful sword. The second one is the birdman with wings, a shield and an axe. This guy has abilities such as fly up above and smash into enemies, throw enemies into the air. And the third one is a dexterity build with dagger, and also we saw her doing a parry with a faith-based holy weapon. We are getting parry mechanic just like from Sekiro. And the fourth one is the archer build, and he's got a small bow in his hand. In the other scene, we see him using a large bow with heavy hitting arrows, which frees the other enemy from the jaws of a boss. And there's also another character which is a tank build with a colossal weapon. You see him explode and jump into the air to hit the boss. And also there's another starting class in this game which they did not show in the trailer. And apparently we will be having Elden Ring's original enemies such as Ancient Hero of Zamor, the Beastmen of Formazula. We will have soldiers of Godric and also the omens which roam around in the sewers and catacombs in the original game. In this scene, we see the archer use the bird to travel, and its starting point is from this blue tree. You could see rays coming out from this tree, indicating that you can use the bird to fly over this area. Also, there is some other indication which is going through that wall, which I think it's showing the direction to the next area, just like the graces in the original game. We've been introduced to several new mechanics in the world of Elden Ring. Here we see the player run over the wall to reach higher area. I think you cannot run indefinitely on the walls, but I think it could be a mechanic like double jump, where you jump and then walk over the walls to reach higher area. This area reminds me of Noxtella, the Eternal City from the original game. Here we can see the statues and the overall architecture having a close resemblance to Noxtella. What is Centipede Demon doing here? Why is Nameless King here? And why is the Firekeeper here? We could speculate that the Dark Souls world and the Elden Ring world are colliding, and it is causing chaos in the world which we are about to save. We also get voice lines from Morgoth.
Little pillager, bent on stacking the lands of gold, I will swat away any and all who dare approach.
It confirms that he will be returning. At the end of the trailer, they show us a feature of a three-headed dog boss with a sword chained to its back, and it uses its jaws to use the weapon on the players. And they also showcase a phase transition in that boss fight. Boss splits into 3 different dogs, but only one of them has the weapon behind it. And in the final scene, this is very intriguing. We can see the earth tree itself. I think it has turned fully white. You can see the branches turned white, the whole trunk turned white, and the doors, which opens up to reveal some dark elements creeping out of it, and they urge us to become the Nightlord, saving this world. Well, thanks for watching, guys. If you want more videos just like this, and if you want to see challenge runs, subscribe to this channel, and thanks for watching.